Snowy getting
Friday.
a little bit more. Let's check in now with KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sara Knox for your forecast update every 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Tyler and Brooke. Good morning, everyone. We're waking up to a pretty decent scene. Roadways are looking completely clear, almost. Some less traveled roads still dealing with some patchy spots of some of the slushy snow that we saw yesterday and a little bit of ice from Monday, and just overall not the greatest, but definitely better. US 52 showing traffic picking up as we speak. I can tell you right now the highways and interstates are looking pretty good. However, you might run into something like this. Live look over Mason City. You can see it is a bit hard to see past really what's close to us. Because we're dealing with some patchy areas of denser fog. Visibility taking a hit in places like Mason City, sitting around 3 miles, 3 in Charles City as well. The further to the northeast you go, you're going to find Rochester sitting at under 2 miles and Preston under 1.5 miles. So keep in mind, it just dropped to under 1 mile in Preston there. So yes, there is some fog floating through right now. A lot of that will take time to move out. It's going to make way for, once again, some snow. Storm Tracker 3, though, picking up on not much activity, maybe a few flurries starting to head through Gordo County as we speak. That's about it for now. As I zoom out, though, we can see there's a lot more activity going on to the northwest, trying to connect here across the borders of the states, struggling to do so, still running into some drier air. However, we'll see a little sweep of snow come through as Sky Tracker 3 will show us just that. Here we are around 9 a.m. and already a few of us starting to see kind of the beginnings of this. About 2 hours later, it's going to be pretty slow moving around the I-35 corridor across the area, dropping some of the snowfall. It does start to move a little quicker, though, and by 3 o'clock, a lot of it will have moved out of the area ultimately by the evening commute. The bulk of the snow will be out. It'll be back into Wisconsin. Meanwhile, we'll still be dealing with some cloud cover here, indicating that flurries, light snow will still be possible during this time. Overall, when everything's said and done, majority of us, rather all of us, looking at only about a trace to an inch of snowfall. Maybe along the I-90 corridor could see a little more than an inch. Keeping a close eye on that, though, and when it comes to your impacts on travel, the rest of your morning commute should be a-okay, but do keep in mind the roads are still recovering. So again, less traveled roads, you're going to find some patches of ice and snow. Meanwhile, as we get a little closer to the lunch commute, the evening commute, you see some impact there from the scattered snow, and even a little bit of freezing rain is possible. Temperatures right now haven't been fluctuating by much. I am happy to report that Albert Lea is going up just a bit. When Daybreak began, sitting at 7 degrees, now sitting at 9. We're at 11 in Rochester, Preston, and yes, it is a chilly start. Temperatures will be warming, though, into the middle to upper 20s. I know it's a little less than what was originally in the forecast. It happens when we've got these tricky snow periods coming through. And here on the 7-day forecast, where the weekend is always in view, it's worth mentioning that it is still the warmest day today on the 7-day. Temperatures will drop throughout the weekend. Ultimately, next week, though, we are staying dry. And guys, one more picture. I promise you, just one more. Lori sent this in yesterday, yes, of the full moon, the cold moon, the last full moon of the decade. Once again, I told you it was going to be a cool Daybreak snapshot. Yeah. So, Lori, thank you once again for sending us more moon pics.
Yeah. Ask and you shall receive. We're like, Lori, keep them coming. She's like, all right, send.
I'm so impressed with these pictures. People have like professional cameras. Me with my iPhone, I'm like.
We really do appreciate them, though. No, so thank you. No matter what, even if you're using a cell phone, send them in to us. You can do it at weather@kimt.com.
Great.
All right. Thank you very much, Sara.